Today we're comparing the MSI MAG B850 Tomahawk Wi-Fi against the Gigabyte B850 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7. Both are full-size ATX AM5 motherboards for Ryzen 7000, 8000, and 9000 CPUs. Both support DDR5, both give you PCIe 5.0 for the main graphics slot, both include Wi-Fi 7, and both sit in the mid-range, where most serious Ryzen gaming builds should be shopping. So this is not about which board works. Both work. The real question is which one gives you the better mix of CPU headroom, storage, USB, networking, build features, and value. I'll also leave current price links in the description, because the better buy can change fast. And if this video saves you some research time, a quick like or even hype helps push it to more builders who are comparing the same boards. Let's start with what each board is trying to be. The MSI B850 Tomahawk Wi-Fi is the stronger all-around board. It has better wired networking, faster rear USB-C, stronger power delivery headroom, a more useful secondary PCIe slot, and a cleaner audio setup. The Gigabyte B850 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7 is the value-focused option. It still covers the core AM5 features: PCIe 5.0 graphics, 1 Gen 5 M2 slot, 2 Gen 4 M2 slots, Wi-Fi 7, 2.5 Gigabit LAN, and plenty of USB. Now let's talk CPU support and power delivery. Both boards support Ryzen 7000, Ryzen 8000, and Ryzen 9000 processors on socket AM5. For a Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7, or X3D gaming build, both are fine. A Ryzen 5 7600, Ryzen 7 7700, Ryzen 7 7800 X3D, Ryzen 7 9700X, or Ryzen 7 9800 X3D will be comfortable on either board. The difference is headroom. The MSI uses a 14+2+1 duet rail power design with 80 amp smart power stages and dual 8-pin CPU power connectors. The Gigabyte uses a 14+2+2 twin digital VRM design with 14 V-core phases at 60 amps, 2 SoC phases at 60 amps, and an 8-pin plus 4-pin CPU power connector. That doesn't make the Gigabyte weak. For mainstream Ryzen gaming CPUs, it has enough VRM for the job, but MSI has the stronger power delivery spec, especially if you're using a Ryzen 9, enabling PBO or keeping the board for future CPU upgrades. For normal gaming builds, this is not a deal breaker. For heavier CPUs and long-term comfort, MSI is the safer pick. Next, memory. Memory is basically a tie. Both boards have 4 DDR5 slots and support up to 256 GB. MSI lists support up to DDR5 8200 plus overclocked, while Gigabyte lists up to DDR5 8200 overclocked. Both support AMD Expo, and for most AM5 gaming builds, the smarter target is still a stable DDR5 6000 or DDR5 6400 kit, not chasing the highest number on the box. So I would not choose between these boards based on memory. Enable Expo, check stability, and move on. Now let's move to storage and expansion. Storage is also almost even. The MSI gives you 3 M2 slots, 1 PCIe 5.0x4 slot, and 2 PCIe 4.0x4 slots. It also has 4 SATA ports. The Gigabyte also gives you 3 M2 slots, 1 PCIe 5.0x4 slot, 2 PCIe 4.0x4 slots, and 4 SATA ports. So both boards can handle a fast Gen 5 boot drive, 1 or 2 Gen 4 drives, and some SATA storage. Expansion is where MSI is better. The MSI has 1 PCIe 5.0x16 slot for the GPU, 1 PCIe 4.0x4 slot, and 1 PCIe 3.0x1 slot. The Gigabyte has 1 PCIe 5.0x16 slot, plus 2 extra physical x 16 length slots that run at PCIe 3.0x1. If you only install a graphics card, that may not matter, but if you might add a capture card, faster network card, storage adapter, or another PCIe device, MSI gives you the more useful layout. So storage is a tie. Expansion flexibility goes to MSI. Next, networking and USB. Wired networking is a clear MSI win. The MSI has 5 gigabit LAN, the Gigabyte has 2.5 gigabit LAN. For normal gaming and internet use, 2.5G is already enough. But if you use an NAS, move large files, work with video, or want better long-term networking, MSI's 5G LAN is the better feature. Wireless is closer. Both boards have Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.4. Both use 160 MHz Wi-Fi 7, not full 320 MHz, so neither is a top-end Wi-Fi 7 implementation, but both are modern enough for most homes. USB is a trade-off. The MSI gives you 10 rear USB ports, 4 USB 2.0, 2 5 gigabits per second Type A, 2 10 gigabits per second Type A, 1 10 gigabits per second Type C, and 1 20 gigabits per second Type C. It also has a 10 gigabits per second front Type C header. The Gigabyte gives you 12 rear USB ports, 4 USB 2.0, 5 gigabits per second Type A, 2 10 gigabits per second Type A, and 1 10 gigabits per second Type C. It also gives you 20 gigabits per second Type C through the internal front panel header. So MSI is better if you want faster USB-C on the rear I/O, especially for fast external storage. Gigabyte is better if you want more rear USB ports and faster front Type-C. Moving on, let's cover build features and audio. Both boards are builder-friendly. MSI gives you easy PCIe release, easy M2 clip, easy debug LEDs, flash BIOS, clear CMOS, a pre-installed I/O shield, and an easier antenna setup. Gigabyte gives you QFlash Plus, PCIe Easy Latch Plus, M2 Easy Latch, debug LEDs, onboard power and reset buttons, and a Wi-Fi Easy Plug antenna. Gigabyte deserves credit here. The onboard power and reset buttons are very useful for testing and troubleshooting, and the latch features make building easier. Audio is cleaner on MSI. The Tomahawk uses Realtek ALC 4080 audio with SPDIF. The Gigabyte depends on revision. Revision 1.0 lists a Realtek audio codec, while Revision 1.1 lists Realtek ALC 1220 with 7.1 channel support and SPDIF. So Gigabyte audio can be fine, especially on Revision 1.1, but MSI is more consistent. Finally, let's talk about value, and my verdict. The MSI B850 Tomahawk Wi-Fi is the better motherboard overall. You get stronger power delivery headroom, 5 gigabit LAN instead of 2.5 gigabit LAN, faster rear USB-C, a more useful secondary PCIe slot, and a more consistent audio setup. If the price gap is small, I would choose the MSI. It's the better pick for Ryzen 9 builds, PBO users, faster wired networks, fast external drives, and anyone who wants a board with more long-term headroom. But the Gigabyte B850 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7 still makes sense if it's noticeably cheaper. It's not a bad board, it's just the board that needs the better price to win. You still get AM5, DDR5, PCIe 5.0 graphics, 3 M2 slots, 4 SATA ports, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, 12 rear USB ports, and enough VRM capability for a strong Ryzen gaming build. That's the real decision. MSI gives you more headroom and polish. Gigabyte wins only when the price is low enough to make those extras less important.